Hello everyone, James here, and it is a news update on Storytime with Dutch Mantell. So, I will not beat around the bush. I'm happy to say that Dutch Mantell has finally, after like a week in hospital and 4 weeks in a rehab facility, I might be a bit off on the times there, has finally made it back home at 11 a.m. Tuesday. This is Wednesday as I'm recording this, so just over a day ago. And he's doing pretty darn well, all things considering, especially after he had a relapse of the urinary tract infection that he eventually saw. It sent him back into the hospital yet again, this thing, and then he had a relapse of it basically a few weeks ago that he's once again, they caught really early, and he's feeling a lot better now, and they discharged him. So I'm sure Dutch will thank you himself, but everyone and everything that you donated to Dutch's GoFundMe has once again gone towards his medical bills, and Dutch and his family are eternally grateful for all your support. Now, the biggest surprise to me was that in the same message Dutch sent yesterday, he wanted me to publicise that he intends to return to podcasting, and you can actually expect the return of Storytime with Dutch Mantell sooner rather than later. It was honestly at the point that I thought the podcast was done and dusted. I mean, I hadn't uploaded anything in weeks, any backlogs of videos and stuff. But I'm happy to say that production will ramp up again in the near future. Most importantly, though, with the podcast, there'll be a major change to Storytime with Dutch Mantell, and that is the day it's released. Now, the prior schedule was Dutch and I recorded on a Thursday, and we released on a Friday, so it was a very tight turnaround time. And to be honest, it was becoming a real struggle for me and my editor, Chris. So the other issue is that so many podcasts are being released, some say escape, on a Friday now, that it's becoming so oversaturated with wrestling stuff that day that it's just making no sense to stay on that day. So, and actually, just so you know, with the Stevie Richards show, I've also told you of moving that another day as well, just because Friday's so just clogged up with podcasts at the moment. Anyway, the plan going forward is now that we are going to record, Dutch and I, on a Monday for a Tuesday release. Now, that's the same turnover time, so, the news will be all fresh and everything when we record it still. But it's the beginning of the week is far less hectic than the end of the week for us, so it'll be a lot easier on everyone, I think, for that. And then we'll be able to refer to the pay-per-views for the big news, as well as like AEW Collision, WWE SmackDown in a more timely manner. Now, Raw will suffer, AEW Dynamite will suffer, but that's just the way it goes. I mean, there's wrestling every single day. Something's always going to be 6 days behind. Now, I don't know exactly when Storytime Dutch Mantell is going to return. It could be as early as next Tuesday. It might be a couple of weeks from now, but it will be returning sooner than you think. And for people wondering, Ask Dutch Anything will also be returning in its normal format with fan questions and stuff. But that'll probably be releasing either on a Friday or Saturday. I've not decided that yet. But basically, if I've got any more news or any more updates, I'll let you know on the YouTube channel, the YouTube community board, or WSI's Twitter at WSI, I think, _YouTube. I think that's what it is, the handle. Until then, we'll see you when Storytime returns. Any more updates, I'll let you know, and I'll see you later.